All right. Hoodie, Walk and Talk, episode 4. Super sour, green apple Rockstar before they discontinue it. I'm just glad these are so underrated and my gas station keeps a full stock. All right. So today I want to talk about the ingredients we got to look out for in supplements and products that we consume, as well as what we put in our minds in the sense of, which voices we're listening to, what we consume from other bodybuilders, coaches, etc. So basically, where we're getting our information from when it comes to our fitness goals and whatnot, and the supplements that we're taking, and the ingredients in those supplements. So let's get into it. So I gotta give credit to my brother for teaching me this back in the day, or at least showing me how to pay attention to these things. So a lot of times, we see our favorite bodybuilders, our favorite athletes being sponsored by different supplement companies and, promoting different products and whatnot. And, appearance, vibe, the right setting, marketing, all that sells us on, different products that we're looking at, different products that we may be taking. So lately, there's been a product that's been on the rise. Now, I don't know, I've heard they're facing lawsuits. I don't know to what extent. Don't really care. I honestly hope that this company no longer exists. But, doesn't really matter. At the very least, hopefully I can educate you guys on how to look out for better supplements, better products, etc. So I spent a good amount of time working at a couple of GNC locations, and this definitely helped because I had all these products in front of me that I was able to, in my downtime, which there was a lot of, I was able to sit and read the product labels and everything. And so there was this one brand. It's not as popular anymore. I believe it was by BSN, and they had, this was a great one. They had different products, but one of their main ones was this whey protein called Synth6. And this is not the brand I was talking about that's facing lawsuits. I'm actually talking about Prime, that Logan Paul and, KSI company, but we'll get into that in a second. So, BSN, Synth6, that was their protein. They had very great tasting products. They used to have this pre-workout and it'll explode. It was a classic, right? Not even really hating on it. Kind of started a lot of us off. And, so anyways, they had this product called Synth6. It was a whey protein. And it tasted great. But it always made you wonder why these other brands didn't taste like this. And why they were also so cheap. Right? It's like the saying goes, everything that shines ain't always gold. Right? So this was the equivalent of basically plastic spray painted in some gold paint type of shit. So something my brother taught me to look out for, this is what I'd like to teach you guys, is when you see a product that has, for example, let's say 24 grams of protein, you could always look at the serving size. Serving size will show you the size of the scoop, right? So I believe for Syntha 6, the scoop size was like 38 grams or 40 grams. Now, if anything's clicking for you guys right now, it should be the fact that I said 24 grams of protein with a scoop size of 40 grams. The best products are going to give you a lot more and a lot better ratio. They might be more expensive, but any actually good quality protein or supplement is not going to give you 24 grams of protein in a 40 gram scoop, right? That just goes to show right there that there's 16 grams, right, of God knows what. And so a lot of these companies, they have different oils and soy lecithin. I stay away from anything that's soy related, as I personally believe it's trash. But so there's another company, I believe it's Dymatize. That's right, Dymatize. And Dymatize has their ISO 100 or something like that. It's been a while since I've used their products. But you'll see a lot different ratio when you see Dymatize products. So I don't remember the exact ratio, but you'll see something like, 25 grams out of a 30 gram scoop, or out of a 28 gram scoop or something like that. That in and of itself should be a basic thing you look out for when you're getting any sort of supplement, whether it's a pre-workout, some sort of creatine blend, intra-workout, BCAAs, whatever it may be. Now, personally, I believe that, aminos, hydration drinks, stuff like that can be kind of pointless. Prime especially. I think Prime is just straight trash. I remember looking at the ingredients at one point. It was a while back, when I started seeing gas stations and convenience stores start being saturated with, all these Prime products. These companies spending God knows how much money to get this shelf space, but again, it's all marketing. It's all, it all looks hip and cool and modern and all that good shit. So I remember seeing the ingredients and I was like, dude, how is this even like a good hydration drink? This honestly, like, it lacks in sodium. I believe there was some sort of caffeine in there or something like that. I could be wrong. All I remember is that it was very pointless. And, in my personal opinion, I think you're much better off drinking Gatorade. But the holy grail for hydration, in my opinion, is coconut water. Coconut water, you can never go wrong with that. You get potassium in there. You get some sodium. You get the right amount of simple sugars. So, a lot of companies now use coconut water powder as a hydration supplement in their pre-workouts or intra-workouts and whatnot. So, hydration-wise, coconut water is the way you want to go. Supplement-wise, make sure you pay attention to the ratios of scoop sizes to what's being served. Now, just like I said, if you're looking for protein, then that's what you should be getting, right? If if you're looking for all this extra shit and just taste, then great. Then if that's the case, then I think you're just wasting your money. And just keep eating food, I guess. But, you know, whatever, to each their own. But if you are looking for protein, if you are getting a tub of whey protein so that you can have additional protein, I would highly advise not buying the shitty forms of protein. Now, that being said, that kind of ties into, you know, all these products that your favorite athletes promote. Look, this is what I want to say about that. Just because they're your favorite athlete, celebrity, whatever it may be, right, and they're promoting these products, it doesn't mean that they're educated on these products. It doesn't mean that these are the voices you should be listening to. All it means is that they're getting paid, okay? I've talked to professional bodybuilders and I've talked to coaches. A lot of the times, you know, you have, maybe I'll get some heat for this, but if people listen correctly to what I'm saying, it will make sense. There's a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of weightlifters, a lot of athletes who make it to high levels. You know, they're pretty elite in their sport, and they'll make it to these higher levels not just because of genetics. They have the work ethic for sure, but a lot of these that do make it to the top, right, they're just a little bit more blessed with their joints. They're a little bit more blessed with their, you know, with their size, with their shape, with their athleticism, you know, with their genetics, if you want to say. And that being said, you know, a lot of them don't necessarily have to figure everything out for themselves. You know, if you take someone like Jay Cutler, right? It didn't matter what split someone like Jay Cutler did. He would have grown anyways, right? That may not be the case for you. So pay attention to where your information is coming from. Pay attention to what you're consuming. And just remember, just because someone looks the part doesn't mean that that's the voice that you should be listening to. A bodybuilding coach, someone who didn't have the genetics, someone who didn't, you know, make it to a pro level. Maybe he was semi-pro or something like that, but he had to fight tooth and nail to get to that point. Will know and have learned way more throughout his life because of the trials and tribulations he had to go to put on some extra muscle, to gain some weight, to get stronger, etc. Because random things didn't just work for him or her. He didn't have the right guidance. Maybe he couldn't afford it. Maybe, you know, didn't have that promise to where people wanted to work with him. And so he was forced to level up. He was forced to learn on his own, forced to research millions of different ways to do things and experiment and whatnot. A person like that will know way more than somebody who just had shit work for them. You get what I'm saying? If you're looking to make money, right, you can definitely listen to someone who grew up in a rich household and has mommy, daddy money and, you know, was born into basically having an LLC and, you know, their parents already have 3 or 4 different businesses and 2 or 3 vacation homes and a boat and shit. But chances are, if someone was born into that, and doesn't have your background, doesn't know where you came from, there's only a certain level to where that's going to benefit you versus somebody who came from the mud, right? Somebody who had to come up out of nowhere, right? And was scraping pennies and eventually learned, you know, all these different skills so that he or she could be financially free, right? So maybe I didn't have too much information in this video today. Hopefully it helped some of you guys. It may not have, but if you guys appreciate all this, like, comment, consider subscribing. Savory Ape out.